Hello from the Crystal Coast. This is Pastor Kevin, encouraging you to run with endurance the race that God has set before you. It's Tuesday, January the 31st. John Calvin preached 159 sermons from the book of Job over a 14-month span. And early on in that series, that endeavor, he makes this statement: it is a precious thing to be subject to the sovereignty of God. My guess is Job often didn't feel that way, and neither did God's people, quite frankly, as they came out of Egypt in the Exodus. In my Read Through the Bible plan for this year, I just wrapped up the book of Exodus, and here's how the book ends. It says, "Then the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Moses was not able to enter the tent of meeting because the cloud settled on it, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Throughout all their journeys, whenever the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the people of Israel would set out. But if the cloud was not taken up, then they did not set out till the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was on the tabernacle by day, and fire was in it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys." And here's a thought I had as I read that passage today. And it's this: if you are a believer in Jesus, you are the tabernacle of God, the dwelling place of God. God dwells in you. And if His glory is going to fill your life, just like it did that physical structure in Moses' day, then being subject to His sovereignty is essential. Because quite frankly, it's not about us getting more of God, it's about God getting more of us. And the way that happens is that we submit to Him. We submit to His will, His purposes, His agenda, His mission in His world. Serious question I've been thinking about recently: how much of me does God actually have? My prayer for us is that we would experience just how precious it is to be subject to the sovereignty of God over our lives. Let's enjoy the journey that God has us on. And I'll see you Thursday.